Well, welcome back, everyone. It's the TNC Podcast. The new season is fast approaching. Pre-season is underway. Transfer rumours are rife.
Are they?
Chris, we've got an hour to fill. Just say yes.
Yes, the rumours are rife.
We're back.
Don't you know, pump it up. Johannes, Hoff, Thorup'S. Don't you know, pump it up. Johannes, Hoff, Thorup'S.
You're in a good mood.
That's going to be belting out the Barclay.
You're in a great mood.
Oh, bring it on.
Tell you what really excited me.
Go on.
I was at Carrow Road last week.
Well done. Yes, of course.
For the Lionesses.
Yeah.
Love the Lionesses.
Love that, by
Good
the
win
way. Yeah.
against Ireland.
Great to see so many people there as well, by the way.
It was buzzing.
Brilliant.
I really
brilliant.
enjoy watching the Lionesses. Anyway, aside from that, brilliant.
Yeah.
Safe standing in the Barclay. Got to see it in the flesh.
And the snake pit.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Yeah. We'll be standing safely next season.
It also gave me a tinge of sadness.
What?
Yeah, because like 75% of attendees at Carrow Road won't be sitting, still standing, in the lower Barclay or the snake pit.
Right.
And their experience, because of that, is far worse. Because they don't have the Lion Castle.
Right.
Epic experience.
Yeah.
They don't have safe standing.
Right.
What is the point of going? If I'm Bill, right, from Baconsthorpe in the city stand, I'm looking at the lower Barclay.
Yeah, but what you
and going,
no.
Why am I here? This is pointless.
No, I'm going to. Right. Well, let me challenge you on that. That is perfect, because actually, all of the Bovril boys that are currently in the Barclay, they shouldn't be in the Barclay. If you're going to sit down and not make noise, get out the Barclay and go and sit somewhere else. So actually, I think it's great. And I really, really hope that it helps the atmosphere within Carrow Road. And actually, I hope that it means a reshuffle of where supporters want to be. I don't think people will think that, Jack. I think people in the other stands within the stadium will really enjoy sitting there not clapping.
I must say, because we're in the Barclay,
Yes.
and we never sit down, because you can't. If you sit down, you won't see.
Yes.
So when I was there for the Lionesses game,
Yeah.
I had to sit down,
Yeah.
right, because I was in the city stand.
How did you find it?
You can't sit down. I'm not overly tall, right? I'm like 6 foot, average height.
Yeah.
Your knees don't fit. I walked out of there like unable to walk because the seats in front of me were digging into my knees. Kneecaps.
But did you sit in the city stand with the Bovril boys?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Bovril boys are normally
Small.
shorter, aren't they?
The Bovril has stunted their growth.
Anyway, let's go through the agenda. Come on, we're a bit out of practice.
What I want to say, first of all, Chris,
plugs. Here we go.
because you can see it here.
Not TNC, QVC.
Look at this.
That is
Look at
a
it.
collector's item.
It is literally a collector's
Yeah.
item. These are from a company called Alloy Collectors. They are
Yes.
a lovely metal replica kit from the famous UEFA Cup run.
Yep.
Because we don't speak about that famous UEFA Cup run enough.
No, we don't. We barely ever do anything around that at the club, do we?
Stick a star on the shirt. Anyway, these are on sale. There's a discount code in our description, or you can get them from the club shop from next season.
Can you? Within
They're
the club
officially
shop as
stocking.
well?
And
That's pretty cool.
There's exciting news coming.
Right.
They're going to be doing them for future Norwich City kits
Ooh.
as well. So get this one. There's not many of them. They're limited edition. The 1993 UEFA Cup shirt. They are really stunning quality. Check them out online.
On a serious note, on a very serious note, right? There's so much tat about these days, and this is quality.
Not tat.
It's class. This is the kind of thing that you shove the picture of your old granny off the mantelpiece and you put this on instead. This is what you want.
Don't shove the picture of your granny off if she's the one that bought it for you.
Yes, don't do that.
Place them side by side.
Yes.
Anyway, big thanks to Alloy Collectors. You can get them using the link in the description and with a discount code.
And a big thanks to all of the new sponsors that are aboard for the new season, as well as the existing legendary supporters as well.
Slightly concerned with one of them.
What's that? Who's that?
Unthanked Kitchen. Went in the other week.
Right.
Great to see Dunny.
Yeah.
Had the Hoff.
Yeah, you had the Hoff.
The Swedish sort of meatball types.
Hang on, so for people that don't
I didn't walk out of there. I rolled out of there.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, the Unthanked Kitchen, it is the most incredible, it's like the best brekkie in Norfolk by a country mile.
Yeah.
On Unthanked Road, just get yourself in there. And by the way, rumour has it, there's going to be a TNC discount.
There will.
Next season.
I saw...
Pre-match at the Unthanked Kitchen. Yes, please.
I saw some of the plans that Dunny's concocting in his
Right.
bowl of goodness.
Right.
Put it this way. they excited me.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Hoff.
Yeah. Anyway.
Big thanks to our sponsors. Pre-season's underway.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to win the league. Because, Chris, we beat Northampton Town 3-0.
They're bloody Northampton, aren't they? I mean...
Good team.
No, I'm not getting... I refuse to get excited, but I can't... Look, first disrespect of the season goes to Northampton.
Oh, come on.
Mate, they're so bang average.
They're an East Anglian club, Chris.
I don't care. Like, everyone's getting excited about a 3-0 win against bloody Northampton.
You were.
Northampton.
You were getting excited. Johnny Rowe, little header.
Yeah, but Johnny Rowe always gets me going. You can't get... But you just... In pre-season, it always makes me laugh, right? People wet the bed. Completely wet the bed.
Good.
It's pre-season.
Yeah, no, good.
And especially under JHT, the Hoff, TM, he's trialling, he's testing, he's experimenting. So, you know, it doesn't bloody matter.
Well, that's the thing that gets me excited. Because he's...
What, the 3-0 loss to Brugge?
No. He's experimenting and it's working.
Okay.
Right,
we lost 3-0 though, Jack, to Bruges. What do you mean it's working?
I just spent the weekend in Cambridge, right? Famous for his, the breakthroughs in science.
That, by the way, that's so you. This whole facade of I'm a Yarmo boy, like you're so Cambridge, it stinks.
Cultural enrichment, I like to call it. Anyway, I think JHT wouldn't be out of place in Cambridge because he's coming up with a concoction, a scientific experiment which is going to change the way the world sees football.
Mate, what the fuck are you talking about?
We lost 3-0 to Club Brugge.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
That was good.
And then we drew 1-1 to Liege.
Standard Liege.
Yeah.
Two good outfits. Club Brugge won their league last season.
By the way, Zolis almost scored for Bruges, and it just would have been just so.
That would have been the circle of life completed, wouldn't it?
The circle of life.
But what is getting me excited, Chris?
Yeah, go on. What is getting you excited?
Young talent being embedded in.
Yes.
Brad Hills. Good luck getting past him in the Championship. Put it that way. Brad Hills and Cordoba next to each other. That's getting you. Getting you a little bit excited.
Well, look, it's getting me more than excited. It's really getting me going. And I tell you what. Brad Hills is doing at the moment. He is not just knocking on JHT's door. He's barging through it. In actual fact...
Are the hinges still connected?
No. He's smashed it in. He's smashed his door in. Yeah. And he's in the office. Yeah. And he's saying, here I am.
How old is Brad Hills?
JHT's got a big decision to make here, right? Because for me... He's looking like the breakthrough star. And I know it's early days, but... To be that impressive in pre-season and look completely at ease, comfortable on the ball. And by the way, we've not, apart from Northampton, we've not played just standard shite, have we? Like, we've played some really good teams.
No, we've played standard Liege.
So, look, I'm really excited about Brad Hills, and there's a good problem that's going to arise from this.
We like good problems.
Are we going to actually go, right, Brad, we believe in you, and are we going to put him into the mix? Look, let us know in the comments what you think, but I think it's fair to say the majority of Norwich fans would want Brad Hills in the mix, particularly because he's a Norfolk boy. We love a Norfolk boy doing well. I think, though, and this is with no intel, I think the club are going to put him out on loan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do, because we've got...
No.
Yeah, I do. Look, I don't want that.
No.
If you tell me, ask me the question now, who do I want at centre-back next
season?
Chris,
who do you want at centre-back next
season?
season?
Brad Hills and want Jose Cordoba. That, for me, is solid as a rock. It's not going to happen.
Really?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I think they're going to go with either Hanley or Duffy.
Oof. Is that because we're scared of a certain player in Oxford on the opening day?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No. They just signed one of the Championship's best wingers, Chris. I don't know why you're laughing.
See, I looked this right. So for the people that don't know...
everyone will know what's happened here.
Oxford City have signed...
Not Oxford City.
Oh, who are they called? Oxford
United.
Oh, dear.
There is an Oxford City.
Oh,
They're
dear.
non-league.
Oh, dear.
Oxford United.
I've done that before with Bristol, haven't I?
Yeah.
I just call them Bristol.
Yeah, and that's offensive.
And I annoyed the Bristol...
And Sheffield.
Yeah. No, I haven't said Sheffield, to be fair. But, yeah, I mean, Bristol Rovers, Bristol City, Oxford United. And they may as well merge, might they? What's my point here? PP, the Polish prince, has signed for Oxford.
Yep. That's concerning. I mean, that script is already written, isn't
No,
it?
it's not.
That script is already written.
No, it's not.
At the Kassam opening...
The what?
I think it's the Kassam Stadium, isn't it?
Is that what it's called?
I think so. Opening day.
I've heard they've got 3 stands, by the way. That's
Opening
a laugh.
day, hopes are high.
The last time I went...
Sunny day, and you're going, right, JHT, this is a hero born in front of us. 1-0 Oxford, Prem was up by Hetter, 87th minute.
Mate, we are... seriously, clip this up. We are not losing 1-0 to Oxford.
Say things like that.
We're not losing 1-0 to Oxford with a goal from PP.
We're losing 2-0.
He's honest. He's bless him. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but as a footballer, I'm asking serious questions. We can't polish a turd here, can we? Just because he's a former player.
Let's get back to pre-season.
The last time I went to a stadium with 3 stands was, I'll tell you a quick story, was Blackpool away.
Yeah.
Back in the days of, I think it was just when Gunny had taken over.
Under the Oystons.
I think at that time, I've got a funny feeling Wes was still playing for Blackpool.
Oh, wow.
We had Gowser, Alan Gow, Paul McVeigh. I think we had the black away kit with the green shorts. Anyway, Blackpool had 3 stands at the time, and I remember we were on the wooden terrace that obviously wasn't the stand, it was just a shit heap that we were standing on, and they scored from a corner because the wind blew it in. And that was like my reality into away days supporting Norwich City. Anyway, continue on.
Back to pre-season.
Yeah.
Any players that have really kind of stood out and gone, ooh.
Well, I think you've already said, I think Brad Hills is one that we're all really excited about. But that boy needs to be spoken about. And for those of you that can't see what we've picked up here.
On the July calendar.
Kellen Fisher.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Oh. What, the calendar or
No, the calendar's never exciting. The calendar is just nonsense. But Kellen Fisher, hello. Let's have a bit of that. I'll have a bit of that on my toast on Sunday morning. No, I'm being serious.
I think this is a big season for Fisher, isn't it? Because he kind of played a couple of games last season. Few he looked really good in. Few he looked out of his depth. Personal opinion. I think that's fine. Okay. He's young.
Yeah.
If Norwich want to keep hold of him this season and not loan him out, this is a big season for his development. Right? You either break in, you have a Max Aaron season, and you kick on and become a massive Norwich player.
Yeah.
Or you kind of fade into the abyss and get loaned out to Stevenage at the end of the season.
Yeah.
The future is his destiny.
It's a big season for Kellen. I believe in him. I completely believe in him. I always have. There's a serious talent there. There's a reason why he's bunny hopped up multiple leagues from non-league to where he is with us. This is his season. And it's going to be really interesting. Not just Kellen, but all of those young boys. And actually the young guys that were maybe pushed aside by David Wagner and not given faith to. It'd be really interesting to see just how well JHT coaches them, because he's got this reputation as obviously a manager that looks after and develops young players. Kellen could quite comfortably be the one that's the breakthrough star this season. He's looked really good. He's also been played in multiple positions as well, which is quite interesting. Look, I love a young player with no fear, and I like the naivety of it. And of course, every now and then they're going to make a mistake, but I think it's about the formation, it's about the tactics, it's about how you implement them. It's not throwing them in with 2 minutes to go when you're 1-0 down against Cardiff away. Like that's just nonsense. You give them a genuine opportunity, coach them properly, play them to their strengths. And at the moment, Kellen Fisher has certainly been, if it's not Brad Hills, Kellen Fisher's the guy from pre-season for sure.
Absolutely. You mentioned David Wagner there, and I read a nice little snippet from a website called The Transfer Flow the other day. It raised...
Are you a regular reader of The Transfer Flow?
No, I just saw it on Twitter.
Right, okay.
Because this is kind of like tactico nerd writing.
Right, okay.
And it goes over my head. But I did enjoy this.
Right, got him.
Another draw-dropper pitched by The Guardian last week was David Wagner, being described as an evangelist of intense counter-pressing football and a graduate of Jurgen Klopp's school of heavy metal. The author of the article proved far more adept at turns of phrase than ever having watched David Wagner's teams actually play football. I watched those Huddersfield teams in both the Championship and the Premier League. They looked nothing like a Klopp DNA. His Schalke team in 1920 was terror-bad. That's a nice mixture of terrible and bad.
Yeah.
I also watched more than Norwich last season than I wanted to, and at no point in Wagner's career have these teams given off a single solitary whiff of Jurgen Klopp. If I had to make a decision between hiring any vaguely competent coach from inside the US men's national team structure or David Wagner, any competent coach would win by a US country mile. My mental health demands I watch less David Wagner coach teams, not more.
That's scathing.
Please do not, to this fan base, you US national football team, they are begging you not to hire him.
Wait, they're talking about making him the US men's coach?
Apparently been linked.
But he was also linked with the South Korea job, wasn't he?
Was he?
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was linked with like a country around there as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty scathing. Adam,
and accurate.
It's well, look, the Klopp football thing isn't a thing.
No, it's not. No.
Nice guy. Really nice guy. Seriously, really nice guy. We always have to say, very nice guy. Like, please, let's just move on, please. I want to get excited about the future.
Yeah, Callum Fisher.
Why did you just bring that up?
Because you mentioned Dave Wagner.
Yeah, but don't bother. Just move on.
Yeah, that chapter's closed now.
Yes.
I promise I won't mention him
Please
anymore
don't.
until the next
Please
podcast. Callum Fisher's an interesting one because it feels as if the attack and the there are question marks around the whole team at the moment in terms of the setup. But for me, the most question marks are around the midfield, just because of the personnel we've got there and who maybe fits in. Because it felt like that was an area last season that we really struggled with. It was slow. It was lethargic. Kenny McLean kind of held the pieces there together. It'll be interesting to see the future of Kenny McLean at Norwich City. You're looking at me rather scathingly, so I really hope your response is valid. But that's the area of the pitch that doesn't concern me, intrigues me the most to see how JHT sets up.
Really?
You've obviously got the answer in the way you're looking at me. So
No,
I'm really delighted to hear what you say.
I really missed this. Mate, I completely disagree. I think the midfield is where we're strongest as a team.
So you've
I think
obviously
we've got multiple options.
You've got the setup already nailed down. So what is it?
No. It's the strongest part of our team is the midfield.
Really?
Mate, absolutely. We've got options.
How?
We've got players that can play multiple positions. We've got serious talent in midfield.
Who?
We've got, mate, what are you talking? Oh, fucking right. Where do I begin? Gabby Sarah.
Yeah.
Bor Hassan. Johnny Rowe. Christian.
they're wingers.
Farsi as a little backup.
They're wingers.
Liam Gibbs in the engine room. Kenny McLean. Mate, we've got options there. Don't dismiss old Liam Gibbs again. Mate, midfield is the strongest area of the pitch for Norwich City.
You've described two wingers there.
And you've gone, the defence is fine, the forward's fine. Mate, I think we look a bit all over the place, both ends of the pitch. Midfield, I'm fine. Do whatever you want in midfield. Do whatever you want in midfield because we've got the players there.
I don't think we have.
Mate, what?
Right, so you've got a bit confused between wingers and midfielders, right? Science and Rowe.
Well, they are midfield. Don't start giving me this.
They're not in
nonsense.
central midfield, are they?
Well, you didn't specify that at the start of this debate.
Holding midfield in the middle of the pitch.
Right, okay. You're saying holding midfield.
So we've got Sarah.
Okay.
Brilliant player. Will he still be here at the start of the season?
Probably not.
Right. Liam Gibbs.
Yeah. Bring it on. Under JHT, let's have it.
Who else did you mention? Kenny McLean. Yeah. Will he still be here at the start of the season?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, fine.
Our player of the season, by the way.
No. I'm happy with that.
Have a bit of that.
So that means we've got two midfielders.
Okay.
So that's going to do us the whole season, is it?
We've got our Lungi as well. What are you laughing for? Why did you just laugh at that? We've got Lungi. Lungi can play there.
Okay, so let's just say Kenny's not fit for one of the games. You're happy going into a championship battle with Liam Gibbs and Jakob Sorensen, are you? Straight answer. Yeah? Midfield, let me just remind you, Chris Reeve said midfield was the strongest area.
No, but
it
is. Yeah, but as a whole. I'm talking about wingers and attacking midfielders.
Chris, you're lying to yourself.
No, I'm not.
Right?
You're talking about central defensive midfield. That's only one space. That's like...
No.
Right,
No, I'm not. You can't play Christian Fasnacht in the middle of the pitch.
No, I know that.
So give me a solution,
I'm
not problems.
I'm not...
Right?
Right, let's go to the views on this.
Because
do you agree with me or do you agree with Jack?
Isn't a solution.
I think I'm going to do a politician's answer. I'm going to deflect this a little bit here. You're talking about that as a big issue, whereas our defence, like, you don't know who's going to be in there.
Yeah, no,
we don't have a left back at the moment. We literally don't have a left back, Jack.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I know it's a good point. Then you're talking about the midfielders. You're talking out your backside,
Well,
mate.
you've not
Something like
provided.
that. Come on. I've knocked you down a peg now.
You've not provided a solution. You've provided another problem.
Look, what a lovely way
maybe
to.
we're not winning the league.
What a lovely way to conclude things. It's going to be intriguing what they do in midfield.
Yeah, left back. I'd forgotten about that.
Mate, Kenny's going to start. Kenny will start and play every game for us next season.
Yeah, no, I know.
So therefore, your problem with the central defensive midfield, that's not a problem.
Okay, so let me pivot the discussion a little bit. So you've obviously seen a lot more of Liam Gibbs and Jakob Sorensen this summer than I have, because you think they're suddenly God's gift. So that's fine.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
So that's fine. How does the system operate? Because last season the problem was, and we both of our vision isn't the best, but we did both see a lot of Norwich last season, right?
Yes.
That was the problem
Sadly.
of the area of the pitch. It was slow. It was lethargic through the lines.
Don't you think there was just problems all over the pitch last season?
Midfield was part of that problem.
Yeah, but not the soul. The main problem last season.
We are the
for
first
us,
podcast into this season, and you're already annoying me.
The main problem last season was, and why are we talking about last season? The main problem of last season was the centre backs. We had 75 different centre backs that played last season.
Yes, we did.
That was the main problem last season. That gets solved immediately. JHT doesn't fuck around.
Well, you said you think Duffy starts first game of the season.
Well, I think he could.
So it's not solved.
Let's move on.
All I'm saying is,
I'm getting proved wrong.
Even in the Brugge defeat,
It will be.
and it's very early days,
Yeah.
it feels as if there is an emphasis from JHT on moving the ball a hell of a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And in a very roundabout way, that's me saying, I'm excited.
Good. Me
Because
too.
that was the area
Bring
that
it
really
on.
frustrated me last
Yeah,
season.
you're right. No, I do agree with that.
Okay, let's get into some Twitter questions.
Let's do it.
Right, let's get straight into the Twitter questions.
X questions.
JHT is in NCFG Jake's profile picture.
Love that. Well done, Jake.
JHT is a really handsome man, isn't
That's
he?
at the fan forum then.
And so is Jake.
Yeah.
Great stuff, boys. He says, question, are you too concerned about the lack of transfer activity, including incomings and outgoings?
Yes.
Are you? It's still early days. We've had the Euros. We're still in a Euro hangover.
Yeah, and that's the important thing to factor in, isn't it? The transfer market is always run and trickles down from the big clubs. The big clubs make their moves first, and it always trickles down. Obviously, the Euros, the Copa America this summer, it has slowed things down, so things are going to happen later. And given that Norwich City still do not have a pot to piss in, it means that we are going to have to sell one of our big players in order to make multiple purchases. Jake, it's not what I wanted. I wanted wholesale changes this summer. I seriously wanted the squad stripping out and rebuilding. That's not realistic with the way that Norwich City are currently financially structured, in my opinion.
To be fair, the lack of outgoings doesn't concern me. In terms of Sarah's still here, Rowe's still here, Sargent's still here, Angus Gunn, no, he's still here.
Yes. Yeah,
That doesn't concern me.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I'll leave it there. I'm kind of
There's lots of question marks.
There are a hell of a lot of question marks. The season starts soon.
And I think there'll be some late moves.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Ashley Snelling. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Ashley.
Statement. Brad Hill's future NCFC captain. What a player.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
What a shout, by the way. Early doors for that.
Brad Hills, I think he's doing the same gym routine as you. He's fucking massive.
Good boy.
Great hair as well.
What a boy. What a
What
barn.
was he like, 19 or something?
Good. Get behind
He's
it.
built like a bison. He's massive.
Brad the Bison.
That's good.
Quite like that,
Brad
actually.
the Bison.
Brad the Bison.
Trademark that, Brad. We'll take some royalties off of that.
Bison. There you go, Brad. Big Brad. But by the way, hashtag of the pod. Hashtag of the pod. If you've watched this point, we need to see it on social media. We need evidence that you've actually watched this. I don't know why you are, but I want evidence, okay? Hashtag Brad the Bison, okay? Hashtag Brad the Bison. Get it on social media and we'll share all of them as a thanks for your support. Next question.
Jonathan Parker says he really likes Johannes Hoff Thorup'S approach to Kellen Fisher.
Ooh.
Clearly likes the look of him as a player, and he hasn't just accepted that he's a right back. He's actually trying him in other positions
I like
to see
that
if
too.
somewhere else on the pitch suits him better. Yeah, he's kind of played him in midfield a little bit, hasn't he, over the course of pre-season, and that's what I've liked about these early pre-season games. So I like this time of year Expectations are high.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to lose.
Little new kit here and there.
New kit, bit of sunshine. You know, the boys out in bloody Brussels having a few beers, watching the boys play football. Excellent, right? At this stage, Kellen Fisher could well be the next Iniesta. We don't know, right? Johannes is trying it. Maybe. Will Kellen Fisher excel in a fiery championship game against Sheffield United at central defensive midfield? Probably not. But at this stage, he could. Do you know that gives me hope.
Do you know I've just had this sudden moment of sharp reflection, which is that with each so we've now been running as a channel for 10 years, Jack. 10 years. We've been talking Norwich City nonsense for 10 years, right? And with each new season that starts, it's quite interesting because I can almost feel our optimism changing to self-talk. So big difference. Optimism, you're genuinely optimistic, you're hopeful for the future, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. You're in a really good positive space. Self-talk can often come from a place of you don't truly believe, but you're putting it in the room to try to talk yourself into the place of optimism.
Delusion.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind being in that space.
I'm fine with that as well. Some quick fire. There's a few that I'm going to quick fire. So Canary Stats, Thorup's #1 fan apparently says statement: Thorup football turns me on a lot. Well, let's see about that. Finley says Brad Hill's the local lad to start for the Yellows this season.
Local lad, love that.
Yeah. No, totally with you.
And
and he's peppering the questions, by the way, and statements, Finley. He's gone for another one here, which we should talk about. Angus Gunn officially Norwich City's #1.
Oh, that's good.
City's #1, son of Brian Gunn.
Angus is, when people say, like, who are you most afraid to lose in the summer, everyone says Sarah.
Are you about to say Angus?
Sarge. He needs to be in that equation.
Yeah,
he is the Championship's best goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Right?
Yeah, and like
totally with you.
That's always a position that's desperately overlooked, and I think that happens more so at Norwich because we've always been blessed with really good goalkeepers.
Yes.
Robert Green, John Ruddy, Tim Krul, Angus Gunn. Like for the last decade and a bit, we've had a really good #1. So you just take it for granted. Angus is the Championship's best goalkeeper. We must keep hold of him.
Totally with you. Tyler Kirk, I love that from you. This is an absolute belter, right? Statement. The Panama Prince will be in the Championship team of the season.
Yeah.
You could see it, couldn't you?
And you know what really excites me? The amount of goals we're going to score from corners this season. Brad the Bison, right, and the Panama Prince charging at defenders. Yeah?
Oh, that excites me.
Yeah, give me a little bit of that. Yeah? Never done that before, but that's what the Panama Prince does to me. And the celebrations are going to be equally as epic.
Do you know what? What do you reckon? Let's just.
I already know what Brad the Bison's doing.
Right. What's Brad? I'm going Cordoba. Let's go Brad the Bison first. What's Brad the Bison's seller?
Brad the Bison is going to have a ball whipped in from Ball Science in front of the away fans, right?
Obviously.
So in front of the Barclay.
Yeah.
Ball Science takes the corner from in front of the away fans.
Yeah.
It's late on in the game.
Yeah.
Brad the Bison charges from the 18-yard box and connects with that lovely head of his into the goal.
Yes.
Brad the Bison then charges left and heads towards the snake pit.
Yeah.
And knee slides into the corner flag.
Yes.
The corner flag snaps.
Yeah.
And then he just
in
front of the snake pit.
He's just pure passion.
Yeah, passion merchant, Norwich boy.
Yeah.
Loves Norfolk.
Yes.
Loves passion.
Yes.
Brad the Bison. Early shout.
Yeah.
Player of the season contender.
Oh,
no.
Don't laugh.
That's really disrespectful.
No, but that's huge. That's so early. Mate, I love Brad Hills. Mate, that's a huge statement.
Look,
remember when I said PLM would be our player of the season?
Yeah, but
PLA's Malou.
You can't compare the two. PLA Malou or Brad Hills? Come on.
Right, just
put some respect on the name.
Just going back to the cellos, what I want to see from Brad Hills, because he's a Norfolk boy, I want to see a badge like ripping it from the shirt almost, kissing it, kissing it so passionately that it might be uploaded to another website later on.
Yeah.
That's what I want from you, Brad Hills, Brad the Bison. I'll tell you what excites me more. Jose Cordoba. What is his cello?
I think it's a dance.
Do you reckon he's going to do almost like I'm envisioning like Seb Basong vibes maybe? Like a little sort of...
This guy's got style.
Like a little vibe.
He's got class. You're scared of him, but equally, if your daughter brought him home, you'd be happy.
Oh, God, yeah.
He'd take care of them. He's a nice man.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
He's a good bloke. He's going to score loads of goals. He's a classy bloke.
Just Jose Cordoba going up for a corner. That's seriously getting going.
Well, you're going on a safari soon.
God, that gets me going.
You're going on a safari soon, and you will see animals hunt other animals. Yes. Rip them to shreds. All right? It's going to be a similar walk. Brad Hills and Cordoba walking towards the 18-yard box.
Which one do you
hunting
mark?
their defenders, ripping them to bits.
You're scared shitless, aren't you?
You don't mark them.
You just don't mark them.
So when I play five-a-side, I've got to play with my glasses, right, because I can't see.
Yeah.
And the lads that I play with have started to adopt the tactic, because I don't header the ball.
Yeah.
Because I've got glasses.
So they play it long, yeah.
They just lump it into my head. And everyone wins headers.
Yeah.
That's what happens. If you're a defender defending against Cordoba, you don't even bother.
Yeah.
You just write it off.
I'm getting vibes from Cordoba, especially that he is so strong that he could just do that and you just go over because he's just so strong.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Anyway, that was a nice.
This is a good one.
That was like fantasizing almost.
No, you've got to. Norfolk man.
Should we have a new segment on the TNC podcast?
No, that's dangerous.
TNC Fantasy.
Nope. Norfolk man asks,
Norfolk man?
You and Chris are sitting at Carrow Road watching Norwich play a football match that lasts 100 hours.
Oh no.
Who do you think would be the first to leave?
Well, can I ask a question back to Norfolk man? Who's the manager? Because
Dean Smith.
Right, okay. If the manager's Dean Smith...
I think I outstay you.
No.
I think I do.
Hey, you've left... I've got 100% record. I've never left a game early, ever. And you have, what, twice?
I think
you haven't got a leg to stand on.
I think you'd be concerned about the parking. I think you'd want to beat the traffic.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You are talking out of your backside.
No, I think I'd find a way to outstay you.
I think you are miserable as sin. You won't be singing, so you won't enjoy it.
No, but
you never sing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Because you need to stay a long while, you can't sing for 100 hours.
That's a good point.
And you'd be broken.
And that's the problem. Yeah, okay. Do you know what? I'll say Jack would win because I would have to sing for 100 hours.
You are a 5-furlong sprinter trying to run the Grand National.
No,
it doesn't work.
Do you know what? I respect that. Yeah, you're winning that.
Thanks, mate.
You're winning that. Chris Allen, question. I'm now at the point where I'm thinking we are going to get to see Sarah, Rose, Science and Sargent line up against Oxford. Does anyone else feel this way or are we going to get hurt? Chris, strap yourself in, big boy. We're going to get hurt.
Yeah, Chris has fallen into the trap there of dreaming. And that never ends well.
Right, You're
going to get hurt, Chris. You're gonna have loved and you're gonna have lost.
Right. Borja Sainz is going to be a Norwich City player next season.
Hello. Good for shirt sales.
Johnny Rowe is going to be a Norwich City player next season.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah is a almost Champions League player in Norwich City pyjamas. It will be an absolute miracle if he's here. Is it
an Emi Buendia give us one more season?
Well, mate, I think it should be, and it has to be, and I'd do anything to keep him here. Offer him anything he wants, give it to him. Captaincy, yeah. Delia coming around to cook you private meals every night, yeah. Free parking outside any shop in Norwich, yeah.
Free parking.
A couple of Odeon cinema tickets, yeah. Nando's black card, yeah. Free schooling for your kids at the private school? Yeah. Helicopter travel to the training ground? Yeah. Limousines if you want? Yeah. Fucking Sanders coaches? Yeah. Give him a stake in the club? Yeah. Build a statue? Yeah. Get Sarah flag? Yeah.
You do all of that.
Commission Norwich Cathedral to turn itself into the Sarah Cathedral, and he is there overshadowing the fine city? Yeah. Give him whatever he wants. He's fucking ridiculous. And I mean that in a good sense. Do you know what? Pay Coleman's Mustard to rebrand to Coleman's Sarah. And it's just Gabriel Sarah on the front cover, on the front of every single pot of Coleman's Mustard. Whatever you got to do. Pay them. Yeah. Do it.
Pull some strings.
You've got to. But look, anyway, so going back to Chris's point, the ones that I'm concerned... Sarah, I've conceded I'm going to get hurt. I've conceded. The other one to keep an eye on is Joshy Sargent.
Oh, Chris.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I just got a bad feeling about that one.
Christ. That's going to sting. Mm-hmm. That one's going to sting. Mm-hmm. I'm not ready to accept
And but then on the flip side of that, I think they'll try harder to keep Sargent than they will with Sarah, which is interesting. Because I think they'll see that we have options where Sarah is and we are weaker where Sargent is.
Well, and as you said earlier, Chris, it's absolutely fine if we lose Sarah because we've got Liam Gibbs and Jakob Sorensen, which you're more than happy with.
Sarah, well, no, because Sarah plays in an attacking midfield role, Jack. Anyway, swiftly moving on.
Toby.
Yeah, go on.
Toby Lerone. That's just a fucking great name, isn't it? Sometimes I wish
Toby
I had
Lerone.
a name like...
Toby Lerone?
No. Sometimes I wish I had a name like Toby Lerone. I think my life would be so much better if my name was Toby Lerone.
Could you imagine introducing yourself as Mr. Lerone?
I couldn't.
Sounds a bit naughty, doesn't it?
It does. Toby asks, who do you think will be Norwich's breakthrough star this season? B. Hills. Welcome.
Yeah, you're all
Welcome to the Barry Butler engraving parlour, Mr. Hills.
Engraving parlour. Hashtag Brad the Bison. Don't forget it. Get it on social media. Hashtag Brad the Bison. Well, look, I'll change the question a little bit. I'll tell you who's winning Player of the Season this season by a country fucking mile. He'll win it so convincingly that they'll cancel second and third place.
Oh, wow.
Borja Signs. He'll get everyone's vote. Every single Norwich fan will vote for Borja Signs.
Okay.
He is going to tear the championship a new one.
Yeah, no, I like that. Brad Hill's second then.
No, Borja Signs is going to be ridiculous. But in terms of break, you can't really put Borja as a breakthrough,
Kamara?
can you?
Are we keeping Kamara?
Well, look, Kamara's a really safe bet for breakthrough star of the season, isn't he? So long as that we're playing the ball in front of him, boy, that boy's going to deliver for us this season, I tell you. And by the fucking
Have we got room for him?
By the fucking way, let's have a bit of this. Johnny Rowe on one side, Kamara on the other.
Where does Science fit?
Anywhere. Play him wherever he wants. Play him wherever he wants. Borja Signs can literally play wherever he wants. He's ridiculous. Kamara on one side, Johnny on the other. Fucking hell. Could you imagine being a championship defender? Today, lads, you're coming up against Kamara and Johnny Rowe. Oh, and by the bloody way, for corners, you're looking in the face of Jose Cordoba and Brad the Bison. Oh, you're not playing. You're faking an injury, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've got a knock for this one. Sorry, I can't travel to Carrow Road.
Get the young lads in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a bit carried away, but fine. That's okay.
Jeff Man.
Yep. What's he saying?
Has an early pre-season rant.
A rant? We've not even kicked a ball yet.
Yeah.
Right, go on then. What's he saying?
I'm really disappointed in Johannes Hoff Thorup'S touchline clothing choice. After looking like a fashion model in his unveiling videos, he set the bar so high.
Yeah.
I expect him to be in his finest outfit for Oxford away,
right,
followed by a yellow and green mankini for the day we win the league.
Well, how do you know he's not going to be wearing that when you've not seen him yet?
I really like Johannes Hoff Thorup'S managerial clothing choices.
Right.
He's just stylish. He's Scandinavian.
Yeah,
you ever seen a scruffy Scandinavian?
A scruffy Scandinavian.
'Cause I've certainly not.
No.
And Johannes Hoff Thorup is certainly not scruffy.
Yeah, he's stylish.
He's very stylish.
I tell you what it's all about, though, right? I tell you that there's a man and a character and a hero emerging from the ranks.
Oh.
It's not just about Johannes's style sense. It's about Glenn's.
Glenn. Yeah, I like this guy.
Glenn, the number 2. I tell you, write him off at your peril.
What?
I think he's going to be our secret sauce this season.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to be our secret sauce. And I mean that with my hand on my heart. I really think we're going to see something big there. And I'm excited for it. But going back to the point about Johannes' style, it's great. I'm really up for it. Why not?
Me too, Chris.
Could you imagine, by the way, let's just have a quick TNC fantasy again. What about Johannes at Wembley? He's definitely wearing a suit, isn't he?
Don't even think top 2.
Mate, we're not getting top 2. But anyway, good. Well, that's all my questions. Can we finish this podcast or?
Unthanked Kitchen, just a quick one. One of our new sponsors.
Yes.
It's a very long-winded question, but the last sentence
Is what?
excites me. He wants to know what will be Norwich City's half-time entertainment next season?
Oh, right. Well, I don't know the answer to that question. Should we know the answer to that question? What's the question?
Well, no. If we could have our
what could we have?
He's not looking for intel.
Wow, that's interesting. What would we have? Wow. Cool, blimey. Well, look. As I said on a previous podcast, I think that after every game, we should have a big Danish destroyer float that comes out onto the pitch that Johannes aboards with the player with the man of the match as well. I think we bring out the Danish destroyer at half time too. And the classic get the ball through the hoop or in the bin. Maybe it's like through the sail or something like that. Through the gap between the mast and the sail, something like that.
See, I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking. I've taken your idea and our connections, and I've come up with the most epic halftime entertainment.
Really?
So,
okay,
right.
Go on. Pitch it.
The Danish destroyer, is a boat.
Yes,
Shit.
it is. Yes.
You come from a rich tapestry of boat builders.
Yes, I do. Right? Yes.
And sailing.
Yes.
You know your way around the sail.
Yeah.
I come from Yarmouth. Now leave it with me. This is going somewhere.
Right.
The Hippodrome Circus. No. Stay with me. The Hippodrome Circus is one of the only circuses left in the world that has the stage sinks and it becomes a pool. Right? It's epic. The Hippodrome Circus is epic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Chris's contacts in the boat building industry and my contacts in the submerging stage industry.
Right.
Carrow Road's the pitch at halftime is going to sink and become
a moat.
A broad.
A broad. The Norfolk Broad.
Out of the, what's it now called? The Aviva Community Corner.
Quick pause. And just vision it, because Real Madrid have that, where the pitch goes underneath now, don't they? So it's going to have that technology.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's basically, Carrow for a brief moment
pitch goes under.
Norfolk Broad.
Broad goes above. What's going on the Broad?
Aviva Community Corner
comes the Danish destroyer.
Yeah. And each week,
Yeah.
a fan is selected.
Yeah.
They have to go corner to corner and sail the boat.
Right. Yeah.
If they don't successfully get from end to end,
Yes.
Norwich automatically lose the game. If they get across the pitch, the grass comes back up and we can continue the game.
You've absolutely lost your mind.
Right. So, they say the 12th man is important.
Yeah, it's really important.
It's important with this halftime entertainment.
Let us know what halftime entertainment you would want at Carrow Road next season.
I think that's it. Look, Norwich, if you want to tap up Chris's rich sailing friends who can build the Danish destroyer and my ability to flood Carrow Road, just let us know. I'll put it out there.
Thank you for watching this episode of the TNC Podcast. I would say it's been a good one, but it's not. Congratulations if you watched to the end.
Are you going to Carrow Road on Friday?
And as always, make sure that you use our hashtag of the podcast, which is #BradTheBison. Am I going to Carrow Road on Friday? No.
What? It's a big game against...
Sadly, I'm not.
Magdeburg.
I am busy.
Magdeburg of Bundesliga 2.
I've
always wanted to watch Magdeburg.
Everyone needs to get there. 100%.
6:45 kickoff, which is a bit weird.
Oi.
Bit of a weird one. I think I'm going to go because I want to see Brad Hill's header football.
Yeah, I don't blame
multiple
you.
times.
Yeah.
Great. There we go. We'll be back.
The Hills Head. The Hills Header. There's another one coming there as well, isn't there?
What's that coming over the hill? Oh, it's Brad the Bison. Brad the Bison. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.